everyone. Doing something a little different today. I'm actually sitting outside. It's a fairly nice day out here. Sitting in my backyard. Combiner Wars Deluxe Class Groove. Thanks to my friend James, Spider 2K2, was able to help me secure this for a decent price. Nothing too crazy. And I like his motorcycle mode. Really nice. Really nicely done. A lot better than the chest minion one that we got. But, yeah, this is pretty cool. You know, I do have a slight problem getting the wheels to stay pegged together. I think that's more me than anything else. But, it is what it is. There's a certain way they go. Whatever. Nice Autobot symbol here. I love the clear red lights, the clear headlight. There's some sparkle to the clear blue. The guns are really cool. They're in clear. There's a clear red bit up top, and then the whole thing, even though it's molded clear, is painted this like gunmetal silver. It's really nicely done. I hope you guys can see this. I know I'm a little far away from the camera. I hope you can even hear me out here. It is what it is. Really cool. Really like that. And of course, because of the way that it's molded, it sits on the back of the motorcycle, you get lights on the back of the motorcycle from the guns, which is nice. They even painted the tail lights. Also nice. And of course the motorcycle rims. If they didn't paint the rims, I'd be very, very upset. This is one figure I really don't think I need to add a lot of paint to, which is amazing. Most figures I've had in the Combiner Wars line, I've had to add paint to, because I can't stand it when a figure doesn't have paint. Now I pretty much use him as a leg. His leg mode is fairly simple. I mean, the arms, they come up and they go off to the side here as a peg here. You can't have the guns pegged in when he's in leg mode, but if you put them like this, so they're both like that, it fills him out a little bit, because he is thin compared to the rest of the team. But when you do it like that, it fills out the leg mode a little bit. Now I just got the Perfect Effect feet and hands, the PC01 set, so I'm using that with Defensor. I'm still holding out hope that I can get a white set for Superion and a purple set for Menasor one of these centuries. We'll see what happens in the future. So, just talking about this guy. I love that he's got this molded in kickstand that hides up in his arm. Nice touch, really nice touch. Leg mode, like I said, it's pretty much you just take his arms, bring him here, spin him. There's a peg hole there, and they peg in. He does have an arm. You can make him an arm as well, because like all the other Combiner Wars figures, but it's Groove. He's going to be a leg, and that's how I keep him, so I'm not going to show arm mode, but arm mode you could probably figure out too. These Combiner War figures all have similar engineering. And basically you pull this up, rotate that, and bring that down. That's leg mode. Here he is with the Perfect Effect foot. And like I said, I take the guns, plug them in back here. I kind of bulks them up a little bit. You can see. And there he is. He's the right leg of Defensor. He's already halfway to robot mode, so we'll just go to robot mode. And I popped a ball joint. No! No! He is the only Combiner Wars character with light piping. I've got I'm dealing with the sun. It's going in and out of the clouds, so. But yeah, he's the only one with light piping, which is awesome. His legs are just like every other Combiner Wars figure leg. You know, they collapse in. Like I said, the whole line has very similar engineering all around. Flip out the wheels, split the legs, put that down on his back, and there is Groove in his robot mode, which is pretty cool. I like the gold paint on him, nice Autobot symbol. Nice black paint for the seat and the feet. It's pretty good. Nice silver for the arms since they pretty much represent the engine. I like him. He's pretty cool. I'm going to turn him back into a leg so I can put him on Defensor. Defensor. You know how this works. Peg and all that stuff. Defensor out here, I was doing a little photo shoot with him and Bruticus fighting. I'll turn him around in a second. Just give me a second. There we go. And here we have Defensor. Now I will say, Defensor is my, I'll show you guys this in a second. Defensor is my second favorite combiner from back when I was young. Bruticus being my first. Bruticus is sitting here too, I'll bring him in a second. I did add paint to these guys, mostly the hot spot. You could see silver and stuff like that, and I did tank here and some other little pieces and stuff, and I did the wheels and some lights and stuff on First Aid, and I did the back window on First Aid. It was just falling apart on me now. I also did some stuff on Streetwise, his rims and stuff like that, and I think it just makes the team pop a little bit more. I could be wrong. I will say, compared to the hands on Bruticus, these ones are a little on the skeletal side, but you know what? They work. I like it. They gave me some cool shots that I took, which I might put a couple at the end of the video. I might not. I don't know. Now, I still have Mr. Rook here. I did add some paint to him. I did like some gray on his rims. I painted his hands to make them stand out so they don't blend into the gun. A few other little things. I did the police lights and stuff like that, tail lights, some greebles up on here, things like that. I'm fired. He's not exactly useless. My friend actually, him and I put our heads together and came up with a couple fan modes to do with him. Basically, you could turn him into, I'll show you in a minute here. You can turn him into like a weapons backpack. It's kind of silly, kind of dumb, but you can do it. And it only works on Defensor. It wouldn't work on Bruticus because there's too many differences. You know, Hotspot's got the ladder parts, which is what you need, and Onslaught does not, naturally. I know, I'm being boring. I'm not talking, I'm transforming this stinking toy, but there we go. Now, one fun thing is I actually took one of the hand-foot guns and I just plugged him in on the side of first aid and said, look, it's an arm cannon mode. You can't really plug them into blades, it just doesn't work, but first aid you can. It really, really weighed him down. Now that I've got the bigger feet, because the feet and hands just came yesterday, or at least yesterday for me when I recorded this. But if you take the combiner peg and you come to the back and you just wedge it in there into the latter part, and you want it to be angled like that. It's not working. Why aren't you working? You worked before. Stay. This might be too much even for the hand even for the Perfect Effects set. Ugh! It is not cooperating with me right now, people. It has to be at an angle. It's kind of hard to explain, but you want to, yeah. Like that. You can make him a backpack. And then you can plug weapons in all over him and stuff like, you know, here's got an axe on his back and stupid stuff like that. This stupid thing. It's something to do with him. It's not perfect. It's kind of dumb, but it is something to do with him. It does make Defensor back heavy, and even the I think the hotspot mold can't really hold it up very well. The hands and feet, the feet can. There's enough surface area, but he's either gonna lean forward or back. There's no happy medium with Rook on his back like that. It's something you can do. It's silly. It's stupid. But I did see. I'm not taking credit for this, so don't anybody sit there and say, oh, you didn't come up with that. No, I'm not saying I came up with this. You could take, you know, you could take these two and plug them together and make a big gun. But if you take the one-hand foot gun with the missiles, it's the only one that has a peg hole here. And you peg one of these together and then peg this on the top. Gives them a hammer. Why not? As the sun comes out and gets right in my eye. Woo! But he's pretty cool. I really like Groove. Groove is a nice touch. We needed him. I wish they'd given us him to begin with instead of this whole, you know, March Madness or Mayhem thing that they did. Mayhem. And now I have a complete G1 styled Defensor, which makes me happy. Because I have a G1 Defensor downstairs, but he's missing the crotch plate. It's the only part I'm missing. I've got the hands, I got the feet, I got all the robots, I got the guns. I may be missing one gun too, but we'll bring in Bruticus here so they can glare at each other a little bit. You can see they are pretty much the two shorter ones for Combiner Wars, and you saw my Bruticus video. That's how I do the legs. These hands and feet actually give them much better proportions. It's just, you know, it just works for me. This is how I like to have my figures. So bring those guns up a little bit more. There we go. Yeah. So I'm happy. My two favorite combiners now with nice hands and feet to make them look better. Groove now completing Defensor, making him look more like I wanted him to. Can't go wrong, guys. Hope you enjoyed this outside sort of video. I don't know. It is what it is.